So I just read about this new kernel called tilck, and it's like nothing I've seen before. It claims to be Linux compatible, but on a much smaller scale.
Wait, what? So it runs Linux programs, but isn't actually trying to replace the Linux kernel?
Exactly. It's designed as an educational tool, which makes it super interesting for anyone wanting to get into kernel development.
That's wild. So it's like being able to play with the kernel while still having access to popular tools like BusyBox without heavy lifting.
Right. It runs on i686 and RISC v64, and they aim for it to be lightweight, like it can boot with just 3 megabytes of RAM.
3 megabytes? That's almost mind-blowing in today's tech standards. How can it even do that?
Well, its monolithic design helps reduce complexity. Think of it as a basic kernel that gets a few things right and leaves the rest off the table.
So it's not just about cramming features in. It's more about having a flexible, efficient environment for developers.
Exactly. It aims for low latency and determinism, which could make it a strong contender for embedded systems.
Embedded systems, like for IoT devices, that makes total sense. It could really fill a gap there.
You got it. They even plan to support ARM in the future. This could lead to some fascinating applications in real-time systems.
Oh, wow. The idea of a lightweight kernel powering complex embedded applications is super intriguing.
And here's the kicker. It's built to be easy to build and test, even for newcomers in kernel development.
That's refreshing. Usually diving into kernel development is like entering a black box.
Totally. They're utilizing a CMake-based build system and even have scripts to guide you through it.
So it feels like they're on a mission to demystify kernel development and make it approachable for everyone.
Exactly. tilck is actually fun to work with, like something you'd encourage students to play with.
This is making me rethink how we view learning in tech. Imagine a ton of students experimenting with this.
Right? And it runs common applications like Vim and Tiny too. It's like a test bed but without the heavy lifting.
But wait, if it's built on top of Linux APIs, what stops it from becoming another Linux clone?
Great question. They're not looking to mirror Linux. They want to evolve into something unique over time.
That changes everything, so it's a stepping stone rather than a competitor to Linux. Fascinating.
Exactly. They're implementing custom syscalls that allow it to grow organically.
I love this approach. It could attract developers who want to experiment without the full weight of Linux.
And they're not just limiting themselves to x86. tilck's already looking at RISC-V and future ARM support.
That's really forward-thinking. It sounds like they're preparing for the next wave of computing needs.
And let's not forget the testing framework. They've integrated automated tests and coverage tracking, too.
Automated tests? That's key. Helps maintain quality as they develop new features.
Exactly. It shines a light on reliability, which is crucial, especially for embedded systems.
Now, I'm really curious about where tilck will go from here. They could really shake up the embedded space.
Absolutely. And they're not shying away from open source collaboration, which is super cool.
Collaborative projects often yield the most innovative solutions. I can't wait to see how it evolves.
And just imagine all the unique applications we might see built on such a lightweight kernel.
This is prompting me to think about education in tech again. Making it accessible changes everything.
Totally. It could spark movements in learning and development we haven't even imagined yet.
What a thought! I mean, what if tilck becomes the go-to teaching tool for kernel design?
That would be revolutionary. We're witnessing the birth of something that truly prioritizes learning.
For sure. I can't wait to see how the community responds and what projects come out of it.
This conversation gives me chills. It's like we're looking at a new frontier in operating systems.
Totally. I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for updates on tilck. There's so much potential here.
Same. Let's see how it unfolds and maybe even play around with it ourselves.
Definitely. We've got to stay curious and keep digging into these emerging technologies.
That's the spirit. I feel like we're only just scratching the surface of this fascinating new kernel.
And who knows? Maybe this is how we'll redefine our understanding of operating systems.
Exactly. The adventure is just beginning. What's next for tilck just might surprise us.